Hey everybody, SoIt'sSparrow, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the LewkBewk for the Too Faced Clover palette. This is a limited edition palette from Too Faced featuring a bunch of beautiful, colorful eyeshadows. And today I'm going to show you 3 different looks with the palette. This LewkBewk has 3 looks for you. You're going to be looking at 2 inspired by YouTubers and then 1 by me. This is that look and I will show you how to do it. So if you just want to see lots of fun stuff, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first we're going to do the look I saw Kristen Dominique do. And she first used the shade Chihuahua, which is this one in the palette. And we're just going to go and dust that all through my crease area and see how this goes. She's obviously a lighter skin tone than me, but we're just going to do this for shits and giggles. Then she's going to go and she went into Good Boy, which is the bright yellow shade, which is like the shade that I really wanted out of here. And I'm going to keep using my It's My Ray number 6 brush and just dip into that and start working that in on the outer. Ooh. You see that? I hope you can see this because it's like really nice color. Like this is the first yellow besides the one from that Juvia's Place palette that really showed up on my skin easily, and even that one still required some building, so I'm really excited. So the next shade we went into was Cuddle Buddy, and I'm going to use a smaller brush to kind of blend it in since it's a darker shade. This one is Cuddle Buddy. See, the way my eye shape is set up, like my bank account, I kind of use the darker color to lift the outer corners and make it look more sultry in every look I do, which is why most of my looks, it's the same eyeshadow placement, it's just different colors. I'm going to use Good Boy to keep softening out Cuddle Buddy just to make sure it looks really nice and soft and diffused in the outer corners. And then I'm going to take the next shade in a moment, but I really want to make sure my outer corners are nice and soft and diffused and not harsh or blocky at all. Okay, so for the lid, she used hashtag Save Them All, which all the puppies, and it's a dark smoky kind of color here. With shimmer shades, I really just would rather go ahead and stick my finger in it, so that's what I'm going to do. So now that I've applied that, I'm just going to use Good Boy to blend out the harsh lines. So taking the shading brush from Real Techniques, so a little bit more Save Them All, I'm just going to apply it to the lid. And then taking a little bit more of Cuddle Buddy on the flush brush, I'm just going to blend out the edge, the back edge of it, just to make sure it's really a nice smoky lid. I'm going to start with my Too Faced shader all over shadow brush, and I'm just going to take an inch of Chihuahua on one side, tap off the excess, turn it over to my lower lash line, and then you guys can see me. Let me go ahead and smoke it on the lower lash line. And then we're going to take Good Boy on this pencil brush from the It's My Ray X BH collection. I'm using number 7. I'm going to take Good Boy on it and I'm just going to run that on the lower lash line. Okay, so let me just dust off this bake and I'll show you the finished look that I came up for, okay? And here's the finished look. This is, it's very simple. Like, I wanted a very simple glam look, and then like she didn't really have like the hardest makeup going on. Like it wasn't like super, like the eyes were really interesting, and then nude lips. Mine is the MAC Samantha Ravindal, my favorite lip combo with the BFF3 liner from ColourPop. So it's, you know, juicy and nude and bronzer, highlighter, and all that good stuff. But anyway, so this is the first look with the palette. I like the way that after you set your face, like the shadows kind of like melt into each other, and it just looks really natural and sultry and it doesn't really look like a lot of eyeshadow except for the brown smoky part. On to the next look. Alright y'all, so here is the second look. It's inspired by a YouTuber I just followed whose name I'm going to pop up on the screen with a picture of the look right here and whatever. And I'm just going to go ahead and try to recreate her look because I saw that. It's more cool tone, but it's still pretty poppin'. First things first, she went into this shade Paw Print here, which is like a mauvey soft shade. So the next shade I'm actually going to go into is Cuddle Buddy again, which is just a good like deepening shade here. I'm just going to pop that in my outer corner. So then she really got all of our lies with Rut-Row, which is like Scooby-Doo. Rut-Row. I do a terrible Scooby impression, but we're gonna go ahead and start putting, so that's a shimmer, and we're gonna put that in the very outer corner. So to do that, I'm gonna use the Essential Crease brush from Real Techniques, and I'm gonna use them right in the outer corner. It's just small enough for that kind of like precise application. Alright, well that sucks. Let's not use that brush. This random Morphe brush I have that has like a little flat head here, if you can see that. I'm going to just use him with Rut-Row and kind of pack slash brush Rut-Row into the outer corner and then diffuse the fluffy part. But I am going to go back into the Essential Crease brush and just use it to diffuse any harsh lines between Rut-Row and Cuddle Buddy. So the next shade we're going to go into is actually going to be the best shade, and is Best Friends, which is like this kind of duochrome shade. It makes me think of Looksy Beauty's Nirvana. And I'm going to use my finger. Make sure to tap off your excess off your finger to your eyelid, and oh yeah, I love shades like this. I have a couple different shadows that actually look like this, but I love them. And in the Too Faced formula, it's really satiny. Like, it reminds me of Retrograde from my Huda Beauty palette, Retrograde, but it has a strong green shift. But this is more like MAC Blue Brown pigment, if you don't have that. But that even has like a strong green. So I like that this is just like blue, brown, red. I love that. And the last thing we're going to use in this look is going to be Cuteness Overload, and that's going to be to highlight my inner corners. And I'm going to use my BH Cosmetics It's My Ray Ray No. 7 brush. I like this brush. I like these brushes, like the It's My Ray Ray brushes. Like, can we just take a second and admit that they are kind of like the cutest? They're like a nice millennial pink color. They pop in, and then what you do is they're like, I don't know, I think they're natural hair or something, like, because they feel like they blend my shadows and everything better than anything else does. And ooh, glowing. I'm glowing. For my lower lash line, I'm gonna go ahead and go into Paw Print with a fluffier brush. So this is my Blend E25 from Sigma. Take Paw Print and I'm gonna run that on my lower lash line. If you don't know the trick for doing lower lash line, like I said before, take your brush, one side of a flatter brush, and run it in the product. Don't flip it to this side, tap it off. Flip the brush upside down and hold it like this to your eye, and then rub the product. It keeps the product tighter to your eye. Alright, and then let's get smoky and sexy. We're going to go into the Big Cuddle Buddy. On the end of this one is the Real Techniques Brow Highlighting Brush. I'm just using it for this today because I haven't used it to highlight my brows yet. But I'm just going to take it as close to the lash line as possible in the outer third of my eye. And the reason I'm using this brush is because, as you can see, the bristles aren't really moving. And that's what I want. I don't want them to move. I just want them to deposit the color and walk the fuck away. And I'm just going back in with the same brush from before, and I'm just going over it with no extra product, like I do on my top lash line, just to make sure it's softer and blended. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish my face, and I'll come back. So this is look number 2. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I think it's really pretty. Like, I'd wear it out. Maybe I'd do the liner better, but you know. So then now this last look is going to be my own creation, my own idea. I'm gonna try and use as many of the colors that I didn't hit in this palette, which is a lot. Actually, it's a lot of purples and blues and that green. We gonna try something. I don't know how to color, but I'm gonna try something. So if you're gonna see that last look, we are right there. Right, let's go to the next look. Alright, well first I'm gonna start off with Chihuahua, which is this like beigey shade. And that's just gonna be what I use to kind of start the outline of this look. And I'm definitely gonna bring it in towards my nose area, just to kind of give me a really large workspace for this eye look. Then I'm actually going to dip into this bright pink right here, which is called Love is Love. I'm going to blend that in the same area, but a little bit lower with the same brush. And the brush I'm using, it's my Ray Ray number 6 brush from her BH Cosmetics collaboration. So at first I thought this shade was kind of hard packed, and that's why I was having trouble like blending it and getting it to where I wanted it to be. And then I realized as I'm looking at it, it has like a very satiny like undertone. So this might just be a shimmery satin shade. And so that's why it's not building up easily, which is fine because satin shades don't normally do that because you just kind of wear them blended out on the lid. So we're learning. Alright, I'm going to take this ColourPop blending brush and I'm going to take it into Daddy Hearts Me right here. And that's just going to deepen up the crease a little bit more, which is why I'm using a smaller brush. This eye is taking a very decidedly halo direction. And I think I'm going to follow that. I'm just going to go back in with my It's My Ray Ray brush and a little bit of Chihuahua and just diffuse the line from Love is Love a little bit, just because I feel like it's got a little harsh. I'm barely touching the brush to my skin as I blend it. Alright, I'm going to just do a cut crease. I'm going to do a cut crease. A long time ago I filmed the first part of this video and then I started doing cut creases. So it only makes sense that now that I'm refilming the third look, let's put in a cut crease. I'm going to apply my NARS Radiant Cream Concealer in my eyelid and look up to stamp the line of how high it's going to go. And then kind of just fill in underneath it. Then taking a small brush, I'm just going to pat out the sides so that in ends of it so it looks nice and soft. And so that even though it's sticky, it's not too tacky where it's just going to ruin everything. So I'm going to take this Essential Crease brush from Real Techniques really quickly. And I'm just going to take it a little bit into a bit of Love is Love and Daddy Loves Me. And just take it over the top of this just because I feel like it went a little too high. But also just to blend out that edge a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and take this gigantic blank area and fill it with Spoiled, which is this icy blue color right here. If I regret it, we're just going to cover it up with Too Faced Mascot, don't worry. Which I feel like might just be. And I'm just going to start by patting it right in the center with the same brush I used to tap out the concealer. And actually, I'm going to do this weird technique I learned from Nikki Tutorials. Now I'm taking the same brush, I'm going into Too Faced Mascot, which is this magentally purpley color here, and I'm just going to start tapping that onto the sides of Spoiled and the matte colors to kind of bring the look together. And then back in with the Essential Crease brush and Love is Love right across that edge, and tie it all together. Alright, so we have the eyelid, and we have whatever I would call this. And take that same Essential Crease brush that I cleaned off in the Very Well Color Switch, and start like rubbing it back and forth. It gives Spoiled and Daddy Loves Me to kind of create a more blended line in between the two colors. It just looks like a really harsh line, and I want it to look more soft and haloed. Like, oh, this purple has an insane blue shift. We're gonna go ahead and do the lower lash line now. First, I'm gonna go ahead and take this random Morphe brush, and I'm gonna take a little bit of Daddy Loves Me on it. Turn it upside down and press it against my very lash line. And then I'm taking this shading brush from Real Techniques, and I'm taking it into Love is Love, and I'm going to use that to, again, smoke out Daddy Hearts Me. Then the last time for the Essential Crease Brush, we're going to take it into Chihuahua, and then we're just going to use that to finish softening out that lower lash line. So it doesn't look like a harsh line, and instead it looks like a nice, soft, blown out lower lash line. Now I'm going to go ahead and highlight my inner corner. I'm going to take my Sigma E41 brush, and I'm going to take it into Puppy Eyes, because I don't think I've used that one, and it's a white frosty shade. Take it into the inner corner. Okay, that's actually white. I'm going to take it into the inner corner, and okay. It does not have an I wish it had like an iridescent quality, because that would have made this like the shit. And it's kind of just, but it blends out nicely into everything else. It's just white. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eye off camera, and then I'll come back with the finished look for you, okay? Alright, and this is the finished look. So I just decided glossy nude lip probably was going to be the best. My highlighter is a combination of this one from ColourPop X Shayla, and then also putting the white shade that I used in my inner corner, Puppy Eyes, putting that on top of it with a fluffy brush, and girl, I'm beaming, but also kind of iridescent, and I'm kind of feeling for that. So, final thoughts on this palette, because I don't want this video to get super duper long. This is definitely a versatile color palette. However, you could get a little bit samey sometimes with this palette. I could see myself definitely wearing the same shades over and over and over again. Also, for us girls of color, there's going to be some minty shades in here. That minty green color, I tried it in a different look that is on Instagram. You can check it out. But essentially, it kind of just ruined the whole look really quickly. So I was like, you know, I'm taken aback. Like, why am I being attacked like this? Some of the shades, like, there's not that many of them though that I would go, you can't wear this shade, and not even you can't wear this shade. I would go, this is going to be troublesome, or this is going to need a little bit of a game plan. And essentially, I wouldn't, you know, I'm not a game plan kind of person. Like, again, I fly by the seat of my pants. Like, I'ma just do something with my makeup. So I definitely see a lot. I see the cool tone shades, and trying those out, I'm actually, you know, I'm really into the cool tone shades. Like, I thought I was gonna be like, well, these are cool toned, and like, I hate cool toned, but it looks so good on my skin. I'm mad at myself, because I'm like, now I want to wear these cool tone shades. Now I want to look at all the cool tone shades in the other palettes I have. It inspired me to do better. I'm mad because it wanted me to improve. There's obviously a black shade I didn't really use. I think that was the only shade I actually didn't get into this palette, was going to be the black shade. I think I used every other shade in the palette. So this video is definitely going to be I can consider comprehensive on it. These, I didn't swatch with my fingers except for like 2 shades I swatched earlier. The shimmer swatch nice on your fingers, the mattes are kind of okay, but they all apply amazingly with brushes, and most of my brushes are synthetic brushes. So if you have natural hair and you get a different result, please tell me down in the comments below, so that other people who either always use natural hair brushes or always use synthetic brushes can know, is it better or worse, or do they need an option, you know, in their stuff. I kind of just buy brushes at will and at random, so that's just how I shop. So I don't really take that into consideration, but I probably should start in the future when the next time I like buy brushes or anything. But yeah, so this was the LewkBewk for the Too Faced Clover palette. I think I did fantastic at trying out all the colors and I got inspiration from other YouTubers, and I showed you the pictures of the inspo as well. But I definitely am really happy with this. This is the second time I'm trying to do my own like look with it, and I'm pretty happy with it because again, it's kind of different. It's very festival, colorful, which is kind of what Too Faced's current theme is actually. So I'm down with it's between that and natural. So you know, skin's natural, eyes are unnatural. I'm down with it. But definitely this palette is so cute. I still love the packaging. I'm still in love with the concept. I'm still in love with the fact that they donated so much money to charity for it. I wish they had donated more. I wish they had donated based on sales, because you know people would have bought this palette and like crazy. They'd be buying more of the palette if every sale went towards it. Just like Kat Von D's Project Chimps shade. Like we all bought that because we knew the money was going to charity, and it was a bomb ass red shade. Like you can't say no to a bomb ass red lipstick. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. There will be more LewkBewks in the future. I think the next one's going to be the AVH Prison palette, because everyone's seen review videos on a lot of these palettes. Like I just take a long time to do these. The most a palette over here is like a first impression if it's like part of a collection or something. But otherwise, I think I'm just going to stick to LewkBewks just because I don't think that like I have anything really of value to say about an eyeshadow palette. It's an eyeshadow palette. If you guys really want like an in-depth video on stuff like that, definitely tell me down in the comments. If you want to defocus on a product or a palette or something that I show on my channel, please tell me so I can do them, because I won't do them unless it's necessary. Defocus takes research and time, but also they're kind of long and can be boring, so I don't really want to do them for stuff that you guys don't want to see. So if you want to see something in a defocus, if you want to see something in any kind of video, please let me know down below. Also, I have already on my roster from someone who requested it. Remember the cruelty-free beauty video? That was for somebody, and now we're going to be doing primers for oily skin. So that's going to take a little bit of time as I gather the products and then also wear test them all. I think maybe 7 should be enough. 7, some affordable, some not so affordable. We'll see. I'm thinking it out in my head right now. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up down below. You can also leave a comment telling me how much you loved it or you loved my braids. And then if you really like me and all the stuff that I do anti-hauls, first impressions, reviews, LewkBewks, tutorials, go ahead and just subscribe. You know, it don't hurt nobody to do it. I only pop up in your sub box once a week, so you know, I'm here, you're here, let's do this. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!